Hi, Talking Fam, and welcome to another Talking Sports video. And today we're going to go over the NFC East offseason rankings. My favorite team is in this division, so this will be a great video. The next video will be the AFC West, that'll be a very long video, but let's go ahead and get into today's video. Please like and subscribe down below. It means a lot to me. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Alright, first off, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. They started out their offseason by agreeing to terms on one-year contracts with wide receiver Greg Ward and defensive back Andre Kachir. They also tendered restricted free agent center Nate Herbig. They agreed to terms on a 3-year deal with linebacker Hassan Reddick. They also released their defensive tackle, Fletcher Cox, while they agreed to terms with safety Anthony Harris on a 1-year deal. They also agreed to 1-year contracts of Fletcher Cox and Boston Scott. They also agreed to terms with wide receiver Zach Pascal, and they also signed defensive end Derek Barnett to a 2-year deal, while also signing linebacker Kaiser White on a 1-year contract. That is the Eagles. The Cowboys, they started out their offseason by re-signing wide receiver Noah Brown to a 1-year deal and designating tight end Dalton Schultz as their franchise tag. They also released kicker Greg Zuerlein and wide receiver Robert Foster, as they waived Blake Jarwin with an injury destination, as well as waiving defensive back Reggie Robinson and running back Edo Smith. They also re-signed tight end Jeremy Sprinkle to a 1-year deal, and they traded Murray Cooper for a 5th and 6th round pick from the Browns. And they also released offensive tackle Leo Collins. They re-signed linebacker Leighton Vander Esch to a 1-year deal, and re-signed linebackers Luke Gifford and lone snapper Jake McQuaid to 1-year contracts, and safety Malik Hooker to a 2-year deal. They also signed defensive end Dorrance Armstrong to a 2-year contract. They also signed linebacker Luke Gifford, wide receiver James Washington, and outside linebacker Dante Fowler Jr. They also re-signed punter Brian Anger to a 3-year deal, while also re-signing defensive lineman Carlos Rockins. They also signed safety Jerian Curse. Next up, we have the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are... The first deal of business was obviously changing their name from the Washington Football Team to the Washington Commanders. But after that, they started out the year by re-signing kicker Brian Johnson, released guard Eric Flowers Sr., defensive tackle Matt Lodianitis, and safety Desharzor Evett. But they also traded for QB Carson Wentz. They also re-signed center Tyler Larson, John Toth, and cornerback Troy Apk, and linebacker Milo Ifker, and defensive tackle Daniel Wise. They also signed wide receiver Cam Sims, guard Andrew Norwell, and cornerback Bobby McCain. Next up, we have the New York Giants. The New York Giants started out their offseason by releasing Devontae Booker and Kyle Rudolph. They also released their punter Riley Dixon, as well as tight end Caden Smith. They signed wide receiver Davis Mills, while also signing offensive lineman Matt Gonow. They signed C.J. Board prior to becoming a free agent. They also signed Robert Foster. They signed John Feliciano. They signed defensive back Jordan Williams. They also signed offensive lineman Mark Lawinski. They signed quarterback Tyrod Taylor. They also signed offensive tackle Corey Cunningham. They also released defensive back Logan Ryan, as well as signing tight end Ricky Seals-Jones. They also signed running back Matt Breida, offensive lineman Jamil Douglas, lone snapper Casey Kreider, and linebacker Jihad Ward. They also signed a defensive tackle Justin Ellis. They signed wide receiver Richie James, signed running back Sandro Platzstummer, and signed offensive lineman Matt Starcia. So that is basically the offseason recap for the NFC East. Not much to go off of except the Giants, who had a long list So hopefully my team pulls it off this year. Alright, so thank you for watching today's video. Please have a great day. Please like and subscribe down below, please. And without further ado, thank you for watching. Talking Fan.